And now to the latest in a series of fires at predominantly black churches in the last hour. Officials gave an update on the investigation in last night's fire at Mount Zion AME Church that's in Greeleyvillle, South Carolina. It's the same church burned to the ground by members of the Ku Klux Klan 20 years ago, and now the seventh predominantly black church in the South to catch fire in the last 2 weeks. Two have been declared arson. The others are still under investigation. Now, both local and federal agencies are investigating. The fire burned for about 2.5 hours before firefighters could bring it under control. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. The mayor said while they do not know the cause of this latest church fire, there is tremendous concern.
A couple of years earlier, and to ride up there last night and just see the church in flame again, it gives you an ill feeling. And like we said, we don't know what happened, what started the fire. We're going to yield that to SLED and all the other law enforcement officials to figure out what happened out there. But we just say right now that we're going to continue to pray for that church. We ask that you continue to pray for the church and the Greeleyvillle community because we need prayer at this time.
NBC's Sarah Dolph joins me now from Greeleyvillle, just north of Charleston. Sarah, there was an AP report indicating that a federal law enforcement source told their reporters that this blaze does not appear to be intentionally set by arsonists. However, you have different information from the fire chief there.
Well, we have information, Tamara, that the investigation is not yet complete, and that is something we have seen here this morning. Some action here behind us. Let us show you how badly damaged the church is. You can see those brick walls standing, but the inside completely gutted. This morning, we've seen steps that indicate the investigation is continuing, including dogs being brought inside and a ladder truck raised so that investigators could get an aerial picture of the scene. The county fire chief also telling me that it is still ongoing. So no official word confirming that Associated Press report, but it does reveal that, or they do report that a federal source says that preliminary findings indicate that this was not arson. Let me give you the mayor's reaction to that and to everything that has happened here in the past 24 hours.
The church is pretty much the cornerstone of all the different communities over here. I mean, everything involves around the church. This is a Christian community, and so just to sit and see that happening is really devastating. It's a lot of mixed emotions. I mean, you think of things that you hope is not the situation, and so it's just a host of stuff that goes through your mind when you see that. I was out here 19, almost 20 years ago to the dedication of the church from the one that burned just up the street.
The mayor says no matter what the investigation finds, he will accept those findings. A lot of people have been coming by to take pictures, see the damage firsthand ever since the sun came up. Many of them telling us that they are praying that this does turn out to be caused by nature and is not a repeat of what happened in the 1990s when several members of the KKK lit the church on fire. For a lot of people, Tamron, this is bringing up those old emotions, reopening those old wounds from 20 years ago. Back to you.
Thank you, Sarah. Let me bring in